So, the question reads, the details regarding a product manufactured by ZN company for last 1 week is as follows. The standard cost of direct material, direct wage, production overhead is given. So, it totals to 105 rupees. The actual is given for material, wages, direct material in terms of price and usage variance is given. You are also provided for direct wages, rate and usage variance. The production overhead is broken into expenditure and volume variance. You are required to find actual output units, actual price of material per unit, actual wage rate per labor hour, the amount of production overhead incurred and total overhead efficiency variance. So, 5 things examiner is asking. If this comes as a 10 marks exam question, friend, you have to give all parts methodically. Now, there is a possibility that you might not put all the thing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the question has been set in a way where you might have information of 1 at a given point, then you might have information of 4 at a point, then 3 at a point and then 5 at a point and finally second is there. So, please solve it logically and towards the end you just write A, this is the answer, B, this is the answer, C, this is the answer, D, this is the answer, E, this is the answer. Then examiner will check through the working note written there what is the basis of this result and then you will be getting the full marks. So, friend, now let us solve this question with me. This question can be solved through logical steps using the formula given here. So, you are required to get number of liters used above. So, you have material usage variance. Why we have taken usage? Because the quantity used can only be reflected through usage variance. Therefore, the formula is standard price into standard quantity minus actual quantity. It is 5000 adverse. This is equal to standard price is rupees 2, standard quantity minus actual quantity is 1,60,000 liters. So, this is a mathematical equation. So, let us solve it with me. So, when you solve it, the standard quantity will become rupees 1,57,500 liters. Friend, a small advice I want to give you is that you must check the answer by putting the result what you have got into the equation. Then you might be feeling comfortable. I am telling you the logic why this is required, because by solving adverse and favorable you might do a wrong calculation. So, if you have got a wrong result and you put it in the equation, you might check that okay, I have done a mistake, and then you can do the solution again in a correct way and this will save your marks. Also, these values might be used at other places in the same question. So, if you are proceeding with a wrong value, you are getting wrong results at different point of time. Therefore, my sincere advice to you, my friendly advice to you is to please check this value by putting here and see whether I am getting a right result or not. So, let us put it. So, what you get 1,57,500 minus 1,60,000, it is minus 2,500 minus 2,500 multiplied by 2,000, you get 5,000 adverse. Therefore, you have got a right result. Now, I am going to do the other part of the same question. So, other part is actual units produced. You have been given labor cost variance is equal to rate variance plus efficiency variance, right? We have done in the chart that cost variance is a component of rate variance and efficiency variance obviously of labor. So, values are provided. So, please write that value. So, you get what? 3000 adverse. Your labor cost variance. So, this is 3000 adverse. So, 3000 adverse is equal to actual output into rupees 6 into 5 minus 1,56,000. So, if you solve it, the actual output, what you get? You get 5100 units. I believe you can do the solution yourself. Therefore, I am not doing the steps. I am writing the final result. But this is not complete. What I have told you, please check it. So, 5100 into 6 into 5. This becomes 1,53,000. Subtract minus 1,56,000. So, this minus is 3000 adverse. Right, friend? You have to check if you want to get full marks. And you don't have a choice. You have to get full marks. Then you cross 60 marks in the exam. And if you get 60 plus marks in this subject, you pass out the group 2. If you are writing both group, this subject is very, very important. Very easy to score because I have not taught you traditional way. I have taught you in a way of gradual understanding. I have not started with standard costing, which is usually done. I have started the teaching in a way so that you score more. Score more is my slogan. Score more and pass the exam is my goal. Now, when you proceed further, you have to find actual hours worked. Please see labor efficiency variance is equal to standard rate into standard hours minus actual hours. So, 2760 favorable is equal to rupees 6, standard hour is 5100 units multiplied at the rate of rupees 5 minus actual hour is to be found out. So, I have kept it AH. So, when you solve for AH, the actual hour or actual hour, this becomes 25,040 hours. So, if you put this value here, what you get? 25,500 you get here minus 20,540. So, you get a figure multiplied with 6, that gives you 2760. So, this is the way to check. So, my friend, always check, because checking will ensure you full marks. Now, the next point examiner has asked for: actual wage rate per hour on average basis. So, labor rate variance is equal to actual hour into standard rate minus actual rate. So, 5760 adverse, this is equal to actual hour you have got 25,040, standard rate is given at 6 and actual rate is what is required to be determined. So, when you solve for actual rate, which is AR, this becomes equal to rupees 6.23 per hour. So, this is the solution which is coming as a part of this answer. So, I hope you are understanding the requirement of the question. We have solved all the aspects of this question. Now, what is needed? You are required to put in the form given in the question. In fact, you can even write them to be working note. Working note 1, working note 2, working note 3 and working note 4, and then make the final presentation. You can write for actual output in terms of units is this month. Please refer working note number this. Then you can make presentation, actual price of material per unit is this much. Please refer working note number X. Likewise, you can do a proper presentation to the examiner. So, friend, we have done this question.